at Wings to Go, that means all the TVs watching the games, all the wings will be hot and flavorful. All the food will be good. It is time to come to Wings to Go. We've weathered the storm. It's almost over. Things are getting better, and we can't wait to see you at Wings to Go. Sports, wings, football, life is great at Wings to Go, both locations.
See Plaza Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Plaza Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no time with our 4 tires, 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Plaza Tire Service card with no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Plaza Tire Service.
The following is a special sports presentation from the EAB Sports Network.
It's time for Jonesboro High School football on 95.3 and 96.9 The Ticket. Presented by NEA Baptist, First National Bank, Kavanaugh Auto Group, Jonesboro Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, St. Bernard's, Domino's Pizza, and Real Estate Nate. Now let's go to the NEA Baptist broadcast booth and join Bud Schroepel for the First National Bank pregame show.
Welcome to Cooksey Johns Field on campus of the Academies of Jonesboro High School for tonight's opening game of the 2021 football season. Hello again, everyone. I'm Bud Schroepel. Our pregame coverage is brought to you by First National Bank, where they put you first always. Great matchup to start this season. The Catholic Rockets from our state capital in Little Rock. The opening opponent for Jonesboro for the last 5 years will be the last time they'll open the season with Jonesboro. They'll jump into conference next year with Jonesboro as they move up to 7A. But tonight, they'll open up the non-conference portion of today's this season. First, let's talk about the coaches for tonight's game. For the Catholic Rockets, it's John Fogelman, 9th year at Little Rock Catholic, 38-51 in 8 years. He has 20-20 record of 5-7, 2-5 in conference play in the 7A Central. There are 4 state championships in the locker room and the trophy cases at Catholic High School, 65, 71, 84, and 85. 11 conference championships. The last outright was in 2005. Last year in the playoffs, Little Rock Catholic lost in the second round after winning a forfeit in the first round, 2-0 over Bentonville West. They fell to North Little Rock by a score of 34-7. Across the field will be Randy Coleman in his 14th season at Jonesboro High School, 113 and 60 overall, 103 and 49, 13 seasons at Jonesboro, coming off a 6-4 record, 5-1 in conference play. They took second seed into the state tournament out of the 6A East. There are 3 state championships in the trophy cases over in Don Riggs Hurricane Gymnasium, 62, 72, and 79. 14 conference championships, but you got to go all the way back to 1980 for the last outright conference championships. The 2020 playoffs ended abruptly for Jonesboro last year against Van Buren in the first round. Here at Cooksey Johns, they fell to Van Buren 37-14. Jonesboro beat Catholic last year 28-24. They lead this series 4-1. We talked to Randy Coleman earlier about tonight's game, and we'll have that Alexander's Machine Shop pregame visit with Randy Coleman next as the First National Bank pregame show will continue as you're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Getting prepared for the upcoming school year is more than just new bags and books. So make your appointment today for new classes to complete the look. In the year 2021, we have more online learning than ever before. This can cause more blue light exposure and farsightedness in children and young adults. That's why for the entire month of August, Elite Eye Care is dedicating mid-month special to bring the best sight and preventative care for ones. Stop by the whole month of August to get free blue light protection with the purchase of polycarbonate lens. This offer also extends to teachers and school professionals and can be combined with insurance only at Elite Eye Care, 1000 Windover Road in Jonesboro and 1515 West Kings Highway in Paragould. Schedule today at EliteEyeCareAndOptical.com or call 972-6040. That's 972-6040. Elite Eye Care. Your vision is our focus.
Did you know for the first time in years the percentage of positive drug tests has increased among workers due to increasing use of methamphetamines and marijuana? Employment drug testing is a powerful risk management tool that provides a safer, more productive workplace. It helps decrease employee turnover and absenteeism, reduces employer risk, and lowers workers' compensation incentive rates by reducing the chance of accidents and injury. A drug-free workplace program can ensure that you have a safer, more productive workplace. National MedTest Incorporated is a company who specializes in this field. Give them a call today at 931-1993 and set up a program that's right for you to make your place drug-free. National MedTest Inc., making businesses and schools drug-free.
Cooksey John Stadium, our broadcast position, NEA broadcast position in Cooksey John Stadium. We are here for the First National Bank pregame show, our Alexander's Machine Shop pregame coach's visit with Randy Coleman. 14 years now at Jonesboro High School. Coach, can you believe it?
No, it seems like about 2 or 3, to be honest with you. I mean, it's gone by so fast, but been fortunate enough to coach a lot of really good players.
You know, we've had a lot of fast seasons at Jonesboro High School throughout our time together in 14 seasons, but last year's, it's going to sound funny when I say this, last year's season went by real fast, but it seemed like it drug along too.
Well, it was really odd because, you know, from March, you know, through August was like, seemed like 10 years. But then once kind of school hit and the first game started, it went by in a flash. So it was odd. It was definitely, you know, one for the history books for sure.
And a rather abrupt ending to the season too.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody really expected that.
We just played like crap, to be real honest. I mean, we threw 5 interceptions. You know, we gave up some big plays defensively. You know, it's just one of those games where we just played bad.
Couldn't get out of your own way.
Couldn't get out of our own way, and you know, it happens from time to time. And I was telling somebody this the other day. I can really think back to that game and only 2 others in my 14 years here that were just complete all-out stinkers. And the other 2 were when we got mercy ruled by Searcy at Searcy probably 5 years ago, and then when probably maybe my second year at Jonesboro when West Memphis beat us 42-7
at their place.
No, here at home.
Okay.
Yeah, we were just, you know, those are the only 2 other games where I just, you know, they just stick with you that they were just complete stinkers.
I can remember back to that November night when the season ended, and you almost seemed relieved, though, somewhat that the year was over.
Well, you know, but it was relieved and disappointed just because it kind of seemed like everything was lining up because, you know, Benton had to opt out of the playoffs, and we just came off a big win against Marion, and, you know, it looked like we were going to play Marion again if we beat Van Buren and back at home, and, you know, but it was just, you know, again, you said it great. I mean, we just couldn't get out of our own way, and it just ended. So relieved in that we could finally put away the buckets and the protocols and the 2 practices a day just so people, you know, we could stagger everybody. I mean, it was a different sort of year.
Probably wouldn't want to coach if that's the way it had to be all the time, would you?
No, I mean, you would have to, to do it right, you would have to expand your staff and just because we were doing, you know, 2 60-plus person practice, every day, because there were multiple kids that had to do both practices. And then, you just couldn't get everybody in. The bottom line, you couldn't get everybody in the same locker room. And now, we were still doing the 2 locker room situation, but they can all be in there at the same time. So
you go months and months and months. It looks like every single day, every single week, it's getting better and better and better. And then as we turn the corner and get in summertime, getting ready for football season to start, here it comes again. But this year, there won't be any, just no contest.
Yeah.
If you can't play, you forfeit.
And, if you think about it, I mean, we played in a great football game against Sylvan Hills for the conference championship, but if it's like this year, we're conference champions because El Dorado has to forfeit. So, it's one of those years that you're proud of the kids, especially for really handling all the protocols that they had to go through and all that, and still having a successful year.
Jack Cheatham, John Paul Pickens, Andre Reed, Elijah Faulkner, Carter Reese Long, Hunter Mitchell, Marion Wilson, Zach Oliver, Riker Acepo, Brock McCoy, KP, Kevon Pointer. You got a good number of skilled players coming back this year.
Yeah, we got a lot of good players. And then, if you think about it, you got people like Jamarion Thomas, who probably started half the games defensively at defensive end. You got Eric Wilson that was prominent defensively last year. You've got Latrell Brown that started 2 games when Will Barre was out and played a big factor. You got Tyron Ruffin, who was on the field a lot last year. I mean, you've got all kinds of players everywhere that have played a lot of football. So it's a really, really fun group to be around, and very talented bunch also.
Looking at your roster on my first glance of it, to me it looked like every single number was occupied by a name between 1 and 99, and some duplicate numbers in there also. So from a number standpoint, it's good at Jonesboro.
Oh yeah, we're at 106 right now.
That's awesome.
106 players, and then we got 3 water girls and 2 managers. So anytime you can get 111 kids involved in your football program, it's a really good deal. So yeah, it's everything. I know there was a little study that came out 2 years ago that said that in every classification the numbers for participants in football was going down. 6A was the only one that had stayed about even, and our numbers have steadily gone up every year. Last year we ended with 96. And this year at 106. There for years we were in between 70 and 82. So the program is doing well.
As we go throughout the season, we'll highlight different players, but one name I left off my list just a moment ago, I want to talk about him, and that's Tennyson Roscoe. And I know how much important you think special teams are, and it's great to have a kicker established and improving as he has from sophomore to junior, now from junior to senior. You got a nice little leg out there.
No doubt. And he's such a great kid too. And really, if you think about kind of like your battery, Harrison Herget returns as a deep snapper. Jack Cheatham has held, and then Tennyson. So your special teams battery is so important to what you do, just because there is a ton of timing that goes on between those guys. And if you think about the importance of special teams, I mean, just look to last week in our scrimmage game. John Paul returns a punt for a touchdown. Jesse Washington returns a kick for a touchdown. The opening kickoff of the game, Meyer Maddox makes just a bone-jarring tackle. Meyer later returns a kickoff past the 50 for about 30 yards. I mean, it was special teams is very, very important. And Tylen Mims is our special teams coordinator, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Jesse Washington, a guy that hadn't played up to now, probably the most talked about player around.
Yeah, Jesse's just one of those guys that he's kind of quiet. He's got a really good sense of humor, and he's got a really good demeanor, but he's not outspoken by any means. In practice, he goes about his business, practices hard, but it's not like he's drawing attention to himself. But when the lights are on, whether it's a basketball court or a football field, he is very noticeable. And he took a screen pass last week, 49 yards for a touchdown, and took a kickoff 72 yards for a touchdown. So he has definitely been noticed.
Out of those 106 names, a lot of them are sophomores, so depth has to be an issue tonight, trying to find out who you have to back up the starters. And I would assume, and I know what assuming does to you, but I'm going to assume that that's going to be one of Randy Coleman's keys to victory tonight, is finding some depth.
Well, the biggest thing is, a couple things. One, we still have 34 seniors, which is the most seniors we've ever had since I've been here. So there is some quality depth in a lot of places. I mean, a lot of depth that we have that we didn't anticipate, like at corner and like at running back. Receiver is maybe the deepest and best group that we've ever had. But we don't have a lot of depth at the tackle position on offense, and we don't have a lot of depth at the safety position on defense. So, those are definitely areas that we've got to focus on, and definitely, the first key to victory this week is solidifying the tackle position on offense. We're starting 2 sophomores. They've got to, when Josh Heineman quit, it really put those guys in a bind just because of the timing of it. And so they don't have time to really play like a sophomore. They've got to step up because we've got such a skilled quarterback and such skilled receivers. So somebody's got to step up at that position. Cole Abernathy has been playing well at one tackle. We got to find another tackle that will step up and play well. And then then it comes down to it's always turnovers and explosive plays. And last week we didn't turn it over. Mountain Home only turned it over once, but we won the turnover battle, and we had 10 explosive plays last week, or what we would consider explosive plays, and Mountain Home had 3. So, and we have what we considered 12 negative explosive plays for the defense, where, whether it be a sack, a forced fumble or something like that. So if we can continue doing those things, we're going to be in the game in the fourth quarter. And the one thing I've learned about these guys is they're going to compete. And that's all you can ask of them.
Thank you, Coach. Talk to you after the game.
Thank you, bud.
Randy Coleman in the First National Bank pregame show. When we return, we'll give you the starters for Catholic and Jonesboro. You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document systems dealer in Jonesboro. That's right, since 1965, Forrest Office Machines has provided dependable office equipment and reliable service. We follow the equipment journey through all kinds of changes and developments, always on the cutting edge, whatever that is. And our partnership with Sharp document systems means we offer the very latest, most dependable equipment. And Forrest is the only office equipment dealer that when you need supplies, you can walk in our store and get it. And when you need it fixed, you can call us.
This is Barry Forrest. My family's been taking care of equipment needs of businesses just like yours since 1965. I would love to work for you today.
Put your daily office routines in the hands of people you can trust. Forrest Office Machines, your authorized Sharp document system dealer at 1005 G Street in Jonesboro. 932-7852. 932-7852. Call Forrest Office Machines today.
You've been told banks with branches don't have the digital capabilities you need. But why not have the best of both worlds? At First National Bank, we have all the online banking tools you could ever need. Plus, if you need something, we have real people in real places near you. Digital, with branches and real people. We know you can't be everywhere at once, but we can be anywhere you are. Check it, snap it, track it, pay it, move it, and ask it anywhere. First National Bank, putting you first, always.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I just want to say thank you to all of our customers for all that you do for us at Glen Sain. Thank you for your business, sending us customers, and your friendship. All of our Glen Sain families want to say thank you and will always be there for you, sales and service. We realize that you have a choice of dealerships, but no one appreciates your business like we do, and we have since 1954. Glen Sain, and God bless our troops.
Guys, if you haven't made it into Orville's men's store, then you're missing out. They're the only store in town to exclusively carry brands like Barber, Duckhead, Strong Suit, Tommy Bahama, and Vineyard Vines. Orville's has everything a guy needs, from daily workwear to a big night out on the town. Orville's will have you looking more stylish and feeling more confident than ever before. So make your way to Orville's men's store at 2612 East Nettleton, next to Steamroller Blues in Jonesboro, and show off your stash. Shop online at orvillesms.com.
See Placid Tire Service for the right tire at the right price right now. Placid Tire Service is the area's biggest selection of in-stock tires at the lowest price. While others are searching for tires to order, we'll get you fixed up with a great set of tires and back on the road in no tires 1 hour guarantee. Plus, we make the purchase easy on your budget with our Placid Tire Service card or no credit needed financing options. For the right tire at the right price right now, the choice is easy. That's Placid Tire Service.
Welcome back to our broadcast position, our NEA broadcast position at Cooksey Johns Stadium at the Academies of Jonesboro High School. Get better with Baptist. Here's the starters for Jonesboro tonight offensively. Hunter Mitchell returns at the center. Hopefully he'll have a good, productive senior year. He is a 5'10", 268-pound senior. To his right, Zach Oliver, a senior, number 70, and one of those two sophomores I talked about earlier with Brad Bobo, Rashid Staton. He's 6'2", 271 pounds, wears number 65. He's bookending it with Cole Abernathy on the other side, 6'2", 228 pounds, number 77. And to his right, in between he and Hunter Mitchell, will be Amarion Wilson, one of the captains of Jonesboro, 5'9", 264-pound senior, wearing number 59. The receivers start with the tight end, Ty Ruffin. He can do it all. He's a very good player. Touched the ball 3 times last year. 2 of the 3 were scores to start off his campaign as a Hurricane. Now the senior wears number 3, 6'2", 216-pound tight end, Ty Ruffin. Latrell Brown, number 16, is a receiver. Drake Taylor, a senior, number 6. And Kevon Pointer, a captain, wears number 1. He's an ASU invitee to come and play football for the Red Wolves. He's 6'3", 191-pound senior. Kevon had a breakout game against Conway, and after that, the records were starting to fall. He is an excellent football player, taking on number 1, trying to follow in the footsteps of former Hurricane great Jonathan Adams. Running back is Brock McCoy, over 300 yards last year, splitting time with Charlie Long, 5'9", 168-pound junior, wearing number 26. And the quarterback, senior captain Riker Acebo, 6'4", 182-pound senior, wears number 2, threw for 2,302 yards last year for the Hurricane. Defensively, a 4-3 this year with Frederick Giles and Jamarion Thomas, the bookend ends. Xavier McCray, a senior, wears number 97 at tackle, and Elijah Faulkner, also inside at 5'9", 255 pounds, wears number 73. Captain Carter Reese Long, one of the 3 linebackers, a senior, wears number 14. Jackson Lehman, he had fever yesterday. He got a vaccine on Wednesday, had fever yesterday. He's ready to go today. The senior wears number 38. And Andre Reed, on again, off again starter, 4th leading tackler on Jonesboro's football team last year, 5'11", 185-pound senior, wears number 7. Eric Wilson and Brett Long are the cornerbacks, and the safeties, 2 really good ones. Jack Cheatham, a 5'10", 190-pound senior, wears number 4, and John Paul Pickens, 6'1", 175-pound senior, wears number 17. He is also an Arkansas State invite. Preston Scott will be the quarterback for Catholic. Joseph Smith is the starting tailback. The receivers are Fortner Tifty and Connor Pruss. Anthony Stevens and Cole Eichler will fill in the linemen as we go along tonight. And defensively, they play a 3-4. We'll tell you about those a little bit later because it's just about time for kickoff. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. When we come back, the start of the 2021 football season, Jonesboro taking on Catholic here at Cooksey Johns. You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Bring anything to Pack Mail, and they'll pack it, ship it, crate it, freight it, no matter how big, fragile, or awkwardly shaped. Since 1998, Pack Mail has been your #1 shipping source, the only authorized shipper of all the major carriers. UPS, FedEx, DHL, the Postal Service, and Freight Services all in one store. At Pack Mail, you have choices. Here's Pack Mail Tim to tell us more.
Trey, we are the experts at finding solutions for even the most demanding shipping situations, and our experienced staff can help you choose the best option. So if you need to go to the post office, then FedEx, or all the way out to UPS terminal, and then get that international shipment to DHL, you can do it all in one fast, convenient, and friendly place. Pack Mail.
See, I told you, Pack Mail ships anything, anywhere, through any shipper. Pack Mail, voted the #1 printing, packaging, and shipping store in Jonesboro. Don't trust your shipping needs to just anybody. Trust Pack Mail. 361 Southwest Drive in Jonesboro. Ship anything, anywhere, today at Pack Mail.
Bud Schropel back at Cooksey Johns Stadium. We're just about ready to go with Jonesboro High School football. The team getting ready to run through the cheerleaders, the dancers, the band. Excited to be here. The stands are filling up. No social distancing. Don't have to wear a mask. I mean, it's almost back to normal here and couldn't be happier to see it. Randy Coleman enters his 14th season as a head coach. And as everybody knows, the last year in 6A football, next year they take the big step to the 7A. So a lot of people are saying it's now or probably not for a while for Jonesboro to win it all. And they'd like to get off to a good start against future conference opponent Catholic tonight. The Rockets come in with hope for this year too. John Fogelman says this may be the bunch to get them deeper into the playoffs. They got into the second round last year only from a first round COVID victory over Bentonville West. 2-0 was the official score, and then they fell to North Little Rock in the next week. Before we get any further into the action, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Listening to the Jonesboro Hurricanes on KNEA AM 970 Jonesboro and 95.3 and 96.9 The Ticket.
Bud Schropel back at Cooksey Johns. Glad to be here for Friday night football. It's been a long, long time. Seems since last November, and that loss to Van Buren still kind of sticks in the side of your mouth a little bit like a bad peanut butter sandwich. That was just a horrible, horrible night for the Hurricane. Randy Coleman said it in our pregame visit that was just not a good night for the Hurricane. And we thank First National Bank for their pregame coverage tonight as we're just about ready to get into the play-by-play. First National Bank, where they put you first always. Still waiting for the Hurricane to run onto the field, getting to a fever pitch here at Cooksey Johns Stadium. We're going to fill you in with scores all around the natural state tonight as football returns. And the Hurricane dressed in their black uniforms with black helmets, numerals and letters in white. Catholic across the way in their road whites. Purple lettering, gold helmets, look a lot like LSU. Let's hope they don't play like LSU. Or maybe, hey, who knows? Maybe they will play like LSU, which may not be good this year. That remains to be seen as well. Looks like Jonesboro's going to the ball so out of field. The men for is going to be Jesse Washington and Kevion Williams. Washington, of course, the basketball great, now decided to play football in his senior season. His dad, one of the great athletes of all time at Jonesboro High School. And Jesse showed what he's worth last week. Punt return for a touchdown and caught one out of the backfield on a swing pass and ran 49 yards for another touchdown. So 2 scores in his opener in the win against Mountain Home. Jesse Washington and John Paul Pickens are going to go deep. So that's two speedsters for sure. The kickoff man for Catholic is Jeb Strassel, number 42, a senior for the Rockets. The officials tonight, the referee is Mike Rothinghouse. The umpire is Larry Thomerson. The head linesman is James O'Neill. The line judge is side judge is Kyle Stevens, and the back judge is Bubba Brewster. Strassel receives the football, tees it up. Referees come to the side, and we are just moments away from the start of the 2021 football campaign. Hopefully a trip to Little Rock, several months away, and possibly the first state championship since 1979. Ready to go. Here comes Strassel, the left footer to the football, and we are underway. It's a squib kick. Will be fielded on the roll by John Paul Pickens back at the 14-yard line. Goes to the right side, gets outside, turns a corner, 30, 35, near the 40-yard line. Good return of 17 yards right at the 40-yard line, and that's where Jonesboro will go to work. 1st and 10 for, senior quarterback Riker Acebo. Excellent baseball player, heck of a football player, has a live arm, good rangy kid at 6'4". Randy Coleman doesn't like him to run, but when he does, he usually gets positive yardage. Just not really deep at the quarterback position this year, so holds his breath every time they run. They stack the receivers to either side. Brock McCoy, the single back, Riker Acebo in the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the right hash in the 40-yard line. Latrell Brown comes in motion. Riker Acebo out to Kevon Pointer, and Kevon breaks a couple of tackles, gets about a 9-yard gain up to the 48-yard line. Tackle made by Brandon Ward. 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line. Have to get to midfield for the first. Acebo in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. No, he gives the ball to Brock McCoy, and he's going to get about 7 yards out to the 45-yard line of Catholic for a first down. Good run for Brock McCoy on his initial carry of the season. Goes to the left hash. 1st and 10 Jonesboro from the 45-yard line of Catholic. Acebo in the shotgun has McCoy to his left, 2 receivers right, 1 left. H-back is to the left side. Fakes the hand. Look. Pointer cross to make the catch at the 40-yard gain. 1st and goal. Jonesboro threw it right to Kevon Pointer in stride. Brought him down immediately, but Pointer kept himself between the receiver and the football. First down, Jonesboro. McCoy on the carry. He gets in untouched. And just like that, Jonesboro up 7-0. Brock McCoy, first touchdown of the year, first touchdown for the Hurricane. A 5-yard run right up the gut. Great blocking up front for Mitchell and Oliver and Staten and Wilson and Abernathy. Tennyson Roscoe on for the point after. Excellent last year. Only missed 3 during the year. His first kick is good, and Jonesboro up 7-0 with 10:56 to go in the opening quarter. This is Jonesboro High School football on the EAB Sports Network.
Your daughter's boyfriend's here, waited in the doorway all day when your son was coming home on leave. This place has given you all you've dreamed of, and now it's giving again in the form of a gourmet kitchen and the quietest known dream with the home credit from Simmons Dreams.com. House.
In the first touchdown here goes. Hits a deep to the line. There. 20. Excuse me, that's tough for them. Preston Scott, senior fall on one jump looking and of the was wrong. For up. And it'll be first pick. Full time sit out. Turns forward out of flag down the flag. What the flag is about? We'll get yard gain or taken away. Be a penalty against Jonesboro. They're going to back third yard line. Second, it's a possession. Lead. First and 10 with Brock McCoy lining up to his right shoulder in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, about the middle of the field. Kevon Pointer, the lone receiver, to the left side. JHS for the football. Look, goes underneath. He makes the catch at the 32. Makes a side step. Out Arkham and I know they're loving it. I think he Red Wolves. Here's a looking again underneath the Pointer. He makes 48. That's going to be got 1 more yard to the 49. Jonesboro move those chains. First and 10 Hurricane. Cascade 49 line, first and 10. They spoke quickly, back to work. 3 receivers, 1 left. That's Pointer. Short pass be lining up for a long completing coverage for Cap. Number for Jonesboro. Good start for the Hurricane. Ball's on the left hash, the 50-yard line. McCoy with a
Has right. Up and with the catch in the backfield. Another step down for 13-0.
Jack Cheatham will hold.
Harrison was good to hold. Nothing. Mid-ball up. Where he gave up 2nd and 10 for the Hurricane. First game of the 2021 season. 3 receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Kevon Pointer's in tight in the slot. They're going to slip a handoff to Brock McCoy and didn't fool anybody. Lined him up in the pass formation, tried to slip a delayed draw to Brock McCoy, and he was covered up for a 2-yard loss. Back to the 27-yard line. It's 3rd and 12 now for Jonesboro. About half that left side was in on the tackle, including Grant Hyde, the defensive end. Here's Acepo in the gun with single right, trips left, looking right all the way. Throws it underneath, incomplete. Little early hit on Kevon Pointer, not going to get the flag. He was well shy of the first down. Well, he actually was past the first down marker, but coughed up the football, and so it's 3 and out for Jonesboro. Catholic holds for the first time tonight. First 2 scores went for 2 drives for Jonesboro went for scores. Now they'll punt it away. Tennyson Roscoe, also the punter, averaged about 37 yards per kick last year. A lot of hang and have many recall. One of those with the fake. I thought they'll do it here. It's to Roscoe. He picks it up. It's a line drive spiral.
Fielded back to the
30-yard line. Again, he returned
3 yards. 8 yards, 1st and 10 Catholic. Down 14-0 here at Cooksey Johns in the first quarter. 6:06 remaining. Next week, hit the road for 2 straight weeks. 2 more of the Killer Seas. The opponent is for Jonesboro.
Cabot next week down in Cabot at 30 o'clock to play their future Jonesboro pants week here. And Scott back and throw it underneath. Just breaking for the interception was Carter Reach Long. Couldn't come up with it. Catholic couldn't come up with the catch either. Kind of bounced into the intended receiver. That was Tiffy. And it's 2nd and 10. Stands are filling up. Everybody's sitting together. Good to see this. 3 receivers to the right side. 1 to
all on the left.
The back.
Here comes.
It's sitting it up. Elijah Faulkner was right there to cover. Did a good job
All season to defend that slip screen or sucker screen, as I used to say. Let everybody rush into underneath a lone receiver,
who a lot of times is open, but Faulkner did a good job. Was zero tackle had he made the catch. To the right side. 3 down lineman for Jones. Now the backfield. Step out of the
yard line. Game.
2 yards
down. Catholic.
4th
down and 8 for Catholic.
They're going to head away. Jesse Washington, jump off retreat.
For Jonesboro, the punter for Catholic is Whistle. It had been a procedure. They really snapped that ball quick. Frederick Giles comes out of special teams coverage for Jonesboro. Offside. Ball moved to midfield. It was offsides on Jonesboro, and they do a lot of changes defensively. In fact, they're going to bring everybody up tight just in case Catholic goes for it here at midfield on 4th down and 3. Have to get down to the 47-yard line. Looks like they are going to go for it. 4th down and 3. Scott in the shotgun, twins to either side. Smith jumps to the right side and 1 step back of Scott. Looking to Smith out of the backfield, connects on him. He makes a move and bounces off a tackle. It's going to be Clay. He's going to get the first down. 3rd, 4th, 5th effort. Joseph Smith, not to be denied, and he gets the first down for Catholic just shy of the 45-yard line of Jonesboro. Hurricane defense back out on the field. Catholic's offense stays out there. 2 receivers either side. Scott again throws it to the right side. That's got to be a penalty on Jonesboro. Boy, riding up the back was J.P. Pickens. They're not going to call it either. Wow. Maybe my 64-year-old eyes are deceiving me somewhat, but it sure looked like J.P. Pickens ran right up his back. Maybe they're saying the ball was uncatchable. 2nd and 10 from the just shy of the 45-yard line of Jonesboro. Twins to either side. Joseph Smith gets the handoff, got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Elijah Faulkner on the tackle. 3rd and 10 now for Catholic. Faulkner load at 5'9", 255, a senior who really came on in the second half of last year. Xavier McCray comes off the field for Jonesboro. Now this time Catholic will send 3 to the right side. Ball's close to the left hash and 1 to the left side. Preston Scott looking downfield under pressure. It's going to slide to the left and he'll be brought down. Carter Reese Long on the tackle for Jonesboro. And they're going to have to kick it away again. Grant Hodge back on the field. Jesse Washington, John Paul Pickens go deep for Jonesboro. Here comes a flag again. Don't tell me they're going to be offsides again. It is going to be against Jonesboro. Change of personnel again. Jesse Washington comes off the field. Catholic not showing a change from the punt team. Going to play in tight anyway. Let Hodge kick it away and just let it roll somewhere. Hodge stays on the field. Now here comes the offense late. Play clock hadn't even started. So Catholic again will go for it on 4th down. 4th and 4 at the Jonesboro 40. 4:27 to go. Hurricane up 14-0 here. Opening game of the 2021 football season. From the left hash, Scott in the gun. Smith the back, 1 step into the right. Man in motion from left to right. Scott roaming right, looking, throwing, and it's going to be too long and incomplete. Jonesboro takes over on downs. That was just beyond the outstretched hand of the Catholic receiver. That was Connor Pruss, but it falls incomplete. Jonesboro takes over 1st and 10. But 2 offside penalties gave second chance for Catholic, and Tyler George is going to talk with his defensive unit about that. He's the defensive coordinator, linebackers coach, and can't be happy about those 2 4th down punt situations that turned into going for it on 4th and about 4 or 5. Here's Riker Acebo back on the field in the gun. Hands it off to Brock McCoy. Bounces outside, makes another move. Further outside, crosses midfield to the 48-yard line.
It's good for another Hurricane.
Cade McConnell on the tackle for Catholic, but not before Jonesboro picks up another first down just shy of the 48-yard line of the Rockets. 2 receivers right, 1 left. That's Kevon Pointer. McCoy to the right shoulder. Riker Acebo in the gun. Slot receiver to the right side also. Underneath to Pointer with the catch, turns and just carries players down the field. May have gotten the first down. He made a 3-yard short catch and turned it into a close to 10-yard gain. And it is first down Jonesboro. It's way first down. They're not moving the chains. Now finally the side judge comes in and says, hey, we got to move the chains. That's a first down by a ton. The referee, Mike Rottinghouse, finally says move the chains. First down Jonesboro. 38-yard line of Catholic. Hey, it's a first game for everybody, right? 2 receivers to the right, slot to the right. Kevon Pointer to the left. Jesse Washington in that slot. They're going to get it to McCoy, who gets downfield quickly and quickly gets to the 22-yard line of Catholic for another first down. That's going to be a 12-yard gain for McCoy, and wow, what speed the young man showed. But they're going to bring it back. There's a hold on Jonesboro. Going to 20 for Jonesboro. Gun with trips to the right side.